Oh, yeah. Hello everyone, happy Friday. It's Friday and we are going to be making grilled cheese sandwiches because it's National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day. And I'm also wearing a NASA shirt because they put something in space yesterday. SpaceX. I guess there's going to be a big X up in the sky now. I don't know. Just kidding. I know it's not a giant X. I'm not that stupid, you guys. But I'm not entirely sure what it is either. So there were things that fell down. I live in Florida. I should know this. I saw the thing in the sky, and then things dropped. It was a big deal. Anyway, we're making grilled cheese. So I've got bread, I've got butter, I've got cheese, I got other stuff. We're gonna make a couple different kinds, maybe 3. I'm just gonna show you how you're supposed to make grilled cheese, okay? So here we go. Okay, first things first. I have a flat surface. You don't want a pan that has raised edges like a bowl, because if you have one of those, then the grilled cheese is gonna be cooked in the middle and not on the sides, blah, blah, blah. So flat surface. Also, I'm making a couple different kinds of grilled cheese today, and I don't want to keep doing it all over, so I'm going to do them all at the same time. It's going to be awesome. So flat surface, I'm not turning it on yet. First, we must butter. Butter is the key to everything in grilled cheese. Always butter. Always butter for everything, not grilled cheese. So butter. So what I have first is a little container with some melted butter in it, and I have a pastry brush. I am going to dip the brush into the butter and butter the bread. So I'll show you one slice just so you can see it, in case you've never seen a piece of bread get buttered before in this fashion, which I don't think it's super common, but this is just going to allow for nice even coating. I'm pretty sure this is how they do it in restaurants so that it's easier to toast it. And that way, also make sure if you're not going to use a brush, if you don't have a pastry brush, that's fine. I don't normally do this. I just figured it would save time. Make sure you have room temperature butter that is spreadable, because otherwise it's going to be all chunky and it won't work. Alright, so there it is. A nice glistening piece of bread. And then we're going to put the butter side down onto the griddle. I'm going to do this 5 more times and I will be back. Okay. So we're going to start off with the classic. Singles, Kraft American Singles, basic. It's the grilled cheese you grew up with, unless you had the not Kraft American Singles and you had the regular cheese, or just like American cheese that wasn't Kraft, and it's not as good. And then I know some like dollar stores have like cheese product, but it doesn't even have to say, it says like dairy product or something. I don't even know what it says, but it's not cheese. So I'm just going to do 1 slice on each piece of toast. Alright, so that's the American grilled cheese. Okay, so now we're going to be doing some fancier grilled cheeses. So for this one, I'm going to use a Swiss and Gruyere shredded cheese, and I'm going to once again just put it on either side. Should see my dogs right now. They are flipping out. They're like, oh my god, so much cheese. None of it has hit the floor yet, Mom. What are you doing? So this one's not going to just be cheese. This one is also going to have something else on it. Hold on, I just want to get all the cheese on there. It's probably too much, but I don't care. You can't tell me how to feel about my cheese. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not today, cheese Satan. Where's Jesus when you need them? So I have to confess, you guys, I was going to try and trick you and make it so that one of these had a grilled cheeses on it, and I thought it was going to be really funny, but apparently it wasn't in the cards for me to do that, because I did a test run on it beforehand and it didn't work out. I painted it. Like, I took a paintbrush and everything with melted butter and I painted a little Jesus on there, and it did not work. So yay, I'm not going to hell today, but probably tomorrow. Alright, so the next thing for this one is prosciutto. Prosciutto is beautiful. It's very thin sliced ham. It's like Italian bacon. Oh, it's so good, you guys. I already ate a slice myself. I'm gonna put 2 slices of this on here. It's so yummy-licious. There's little separators between each slice because they get stuck together and then they're impossible to take off. Oh, look at that. That's so good. And this is from Aldi, you guys. Aldi has prosciutto. That's a thing. So now you know. You're welcome. So you can go get some. Alright, I'm going to put the rest over to the side so I can eat it separately in 2 minutes. And then the next one, I'm going to use smoked Gouda cheese. It's a bit darker. You can see the smokiness on the outside, and you can taste the smokiness and the flavor. It's one of my favorite cheeses. I used to sneak it all the time whenever I worked at this Italian restaurant. I worked in the deli, and we made these platters, and I was like, oops, I made 1 slice too many, and I used to eat it, which is good. But we're not done here. I'm also going to put some Parmesan cheese on this one. Feeling really Italian today. So, just a little bit of Parmesan. And I think I kind of want to get a little bit fancier. And I think I want to put some sun-dried tomatoes on this one. I know not everybody likes sun-dried tomatoes, but I do. And I'm the only one here, except for the dogs. John doesn't really care for grilled cheese, so I've got some sun-dried tomatoes. Get a fork. Put a couple of these guys on here. I think they're yummy. I could just eat them by themselves. They're like Italian prunes. That doesn't sound good at all. Why did I say that? And I know they look great. They look like little leeches right now, but they do taste good. Could probably throw some Italian seasoning on this one, huh? Probably couldn't hurt it. Alright. So there's a sun-dried tomato for just about every bite. And I will, you know what? I'm going to put some garlic powder. Just a little bit. A little bit. Unless it all comes pouring out. Yep, which it will. There we go. Okay. Here's our cheese. Now let's fire up the grill. No! Don't fire up the grill. You want it to be like really, really light. So here, I'm going to scooch this over so you can see. So we're in off position right now. I'm going to bring it up to warm. And then I'm going to bring it up a little bit more to the 200 setting because we want it to actually toast. But you want it low and slow. That way the bread gets all brown and crispy and the cheese gets all melty, because a lot of people, they're like, oh my god, I'm so hungry right now. I just have to make this grilled cheese so I can eat it real quick. And then the outside burns. And guess what happens to the inside, kids? Your cheese still isn't melted. So what's the point? I'm sorry if that was inappropriate. I just get really passionate about this. It's such an easy thing to make, and people make it seem hard for some reason. So low and slow is the name of the game, kids. It's going to take a few minutes, and I'm not going to let you listen to me ramble, because that's when I start to say things that I can get in trouble for. Like how when I told you that I was going to pretend that there was the Holy Ghost inside one of these grilled cheese. Remember that? That was a bad idea. So we'll be back when we're just ready to flip. Okay, so I turn these guys around a little bit because there's a metal rod on the outside of this, and it was starting to just like cook right in the middle, so I flipped him so that it starts to cook more even. And you can see that the cheese here is starting to melt, so I'm going to just connect these guys together. Oh, look at that, beautiful. And then we're gonna let the, ooh, it's hot, very hot. Probably should be using a spatula or something, huh? Probably won't be that bad idea. Alright, and this cheese is just starting to get glazed up a little bit. So we're gonna flip this, and I have turned the stove off. It did not take long for this to get brown. Also, the problem is this is brioche bread. It's half butter, so it didn't even need the butter. I'm gonna just go. Yeah, baby. Look at that, so pretty. You're so pretty. I'm so proud of you for being so pretty. My little beauty queens. Y'all look so good and toasty with your fake tans. We know this isn't how you were born. We put you in the sun to do this. Don't know what that voice is. That's my beauty mom pageant voice, I guess. Alright, and this one's starting to get all cheesy too. There we go. It's already cheesy, but it's melty. Now that's the word that I'm looking for here. Melty. Alright. So we've got all of our cheeses. Oh, hold on. You're not matching, everybody. You need to be front and center. Just like everyone else in the family. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for coming. Alright, I'm going to flip them. I'm just using a fork because it's the fork that I used to get the sun-dried tomatoes out. And I hate doing dishes. I almost never do them. My husband does them all. It's the deal we have. I cook, he dishes. I help sometimes. But he doesn't really cook that much, so I think it's only fair. Alright. They look good, don't they? I think, like, I mean, look at how pale I am. And then look at how nice and golden brown those are. That's your comparison right there. Because I am not in a tan zone. I try not to be anyway. Alright. So now I think it's time to cut and to do the cheese pull. Let's see if these guys have any pull. I'm going to get a plate to put them on. Alright. Need a knife. Need a nice big knife to cut in this. Ah! Look at that. That's a monster knife. Alright. How do you guys cut your grilled cheese? Do you cut it into triangles like this, or do you cut it into rectangles? I'm a triangle person myself. I just feel like I'm always got my face wrapped around all the way. Fiero, please, Mommy's cooking! And there goes Ember. Okay. You guys are gonna get to know my dogs more than how to make grilled cheese. So here's the first one. I'm gonna triangle because... Okay. Let's see. How do we do? Alright, no cheese pull on this one. But it does have a nice glisten about it. It looks yummy. It looks like childhood in a sandwich. I'm going to take a bite. Ooh, you hear that crunch? That's a good crunch. Ooh, look at that bubble. Cheese bubble. Alright. So that's for a less sophisticated palate. But it's not bad. It's sure good, especially if you're feeling sick. I don't know what it is about being sick when I want the foods that I had when I was a little kid. Alright, this one has the prosciutto and the Swiss and Gruyere shredded cheese in it. I'm a little nervous this might not cut great because of the prosciutto, but we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, see, tiny prosciutto, but I mean... Alright, we got some cheese pull there and some prosciutto pull. That's fun. Let me just eat that. Nice and warm. Alright. So that's grilled cheese number 2. Nice and pretty. It's kind of like a fancy version of ham and cheese. It's a more expensive version. Alright. And then this guy. This is the smoked Gouda with... What did I put on you? Parmesan cheese and garlic powder and sun-dried tomatoes. So this is our Italian boy. Okay. So you can see our sun-dried tomatoes in there. It doesn't really work for a pull, I guess, unless I break it. Probably should have braked it if I wanted to do a cheese pull, because when I cut it, I just cut the cheese in half. So... that was a bad plan. Doesn't have that foodgasm look I was going for. Probably should have just ripped it. Hold on. I'm going to rip this one. Oh. Yeah. Yes. That. Oh. That's what we're here for. I'm so sorry. Crunch. Yeah. Oh, that one's good. You know what? These are all good. And I know I got 3 grilled cheese going on right here. But no one's home. And I got short shorts and a tummy shirt on. And I don't have to worry about my tummy sticking out. So I'm going to eat all these. Now. So I love you all. Happy National Grilled Cheese Day. Let me know if you make a grilled cheese. Show me your grilled cheese in the comments. I love you. And blessed be grilled cheeses. Viva grilled cheeses. Viva grilled cheeses. Viva, yes, viva grilled cheeses.